The hourglass shattered against the marble floor. Sand exploded in every direction.
No!
The old man dropped to his knees, as if something alive had just died. "It was an accident, sir." But the old man wasn't listening. He was staring at the sand, as if it mattered, as if it could still be saved. Once upon a time, there lived a man so wealthy that people believed he owned half the city. His name was Victor Hale. If money could buy it, he had it. Private jets, multiple estates, awards, influence. But he feared one thing: time, and so he tried to own that too. The hourglass that now lay broken on the marble floor wasn't ordinary. It was custom-made, golden frame, crystal glass, imported desert sand. He kept it in his office. He flipped it every morning, exactly 60 minutes. He measured his life in productivity. "Every grain matters," he would say. To his employees, he was a machine. "If you're 5 minutes late, you're stealing from me," he once snapped at a manager. But sir, traffic.
Excuses are expensive.
At home, it was no different. His daughter once stood at his office door.
Dad, can you come to my recital tonight?
He didn't look up from his desk.
I have a meeting.
It's just 1 hour.
He glanced at the hourglass.
I don't have 1 hour.
She stood there for a moment, then nodded.
Maybe next time.
Later. The word never scared him, because in his mind, later was guaranteed. Years passed. His company doubled, then tripled. He appeared on magazine covers, interviews, awards ceremonies. "Mr. Hale, what's your secret?"
I value time more than anything.
They applauded that answer, but they misunderstood it. He didn't value time, he monetized it. One evening, during a high-profile dinner, his phone buzzed repeatedly. He ignored it. He was negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal. The buzzing continued. Annoyed, he stepped outside. It was his daughter.
I'm busy.
Dad, Mom collapsed.
Silence. For the first time in decades, his mind stopped calculating.
What?
We're at the hospital.
The deal was forgotten. The dinner ended. The jet was fueled. But time did not pause for him. By the time he arrived, the doctor stood with folded hands. "I'm sorry." Just 2 words. 2 words that no amount of money could negotiate. At the funeral, people whispered. He was such a powerful man. He built an empire. But he stood there, hollow. His daughter didn't cry loudly. She stood quietly, distant.
She asked for you that night.
What night?
The night before. She said she felt tired. She wanted to talk.
I had meetings.
She nodded slowly.
You always did.
The days that followed were suffocating. He returned to his office. He flipped the hourglass. The sand fell. But now it sounded louder. He stared at it. For the first time, he saw something terrifying. When the sand ran out, it didn't refill itself. "I gave her everything." A quiet voice inside answered, "Accept your time." He tried to distract himself with work, but meetings felt meaningless. Deals felt hollow. His daughter stopped visiting, stopped calling. One evening, he arrived at her apartment unannounced. "What are you doing here? I wanted to see you." "I'm busy." The words hit like a slap. "Can I have 1 hour?" She looked at him carefully. 1 hour? He nodded slowly. "Yes." She hesitated. "Okay." They sat in silence at first. He didn't know how to talk without an agenda, without negotiation, without calculation. "I'm sorry," he finally said. "For what?" "For believing I had unlimited time." Her eyes softened slightly. "You always said time was money." "No, time is life." Tears formed in her eyes. "Mum waited for you, for years." "I know." For the first time, the richest man in the city felt poor. Weeks later, back in his office, he stared at the hourglass again. He picked it up, flipped it, watched the sand fall. Then something shifted inside him. He stood up, walked to the window, and without hesitation, he hurled the hourglass to the ground. Glass shattered, sand scattered. Servants rushed in. "Sir, it's fine." He wasn't angry this time. He was free. He began restructuring his life. Board meetings were reduced, family dinners scheduled first, vacations prioritized. When investors protested, he responded simply, "Money can be regained. Time cannot." At first, the media called it a midlife crisis, but he knew better. It was clarity. One evening, he attended his daughter's small art exhibition. No assistance, no phone, no rush. When she saw him in the crowd, surprise filled her face. "You came. I had time." Afterward, they walked together under the city lights. He spoke carefully. "I built everything thinking I was securing the future. And I forgot the present. You're here now. That was the real wealth. Not the empire, not the recognition, but a simple walk, a shared laugh, an unhurried conversation." Years later, when he was much older, a journalist asked him again, "What is the greatest lesson success taught you?" He smiled softly. "That success without presence is failure in disguise." He never replaced the hourglass. He didn't need it anymore. Because he understood something powerful. Time is not something you own. It is something you are given. And every grain that falls is a choice. If this story stirred something inside you, don't ignore it. Comment below who deserves more of your time. And subscribe for more powerful moral stories that remind you what truly matters. Because here's the truth. You can rebuild wealth. You can recover status. But when the hourglass empties, it doesn't flip itself. The morale of the story: if you trade your life for success, you may succeed, but you might lose the life you were trying to build.